Hello friends and welcome back to Zark's Crypto YouTube channel. So in today's video we have a major update about a GameFi project called MGC, Meta Games Coin, and why it's getting attention for focusing on real utility, ecosystem growth and long-term stability instead of short-term hype. So with that, don't forget to like, subscribe and also comment down below if you have any further questions. I'll see you after the intro. Today I want to talk about a GameFi project that is trying to position itself very differently from the usual hype-driven gaming token, and that project is MGC, short for Meta Games Coin. In crypto gaming, we have all seen the same cycle too many times. A token gets attention, people jump in for the narrative, and then once the hype cools down, the utility is either weak or completely missing. What makes MGC worth looking at is that it is being built as a utility token inside an actual gaming ecosystem, not just as a speculative asset with a gaming label attached to it. The project describes MGC as the native reward and utility token of the RZ ecosystem, with utility tied to Ranking.Game and the broader PlayWork environment, while the official site describes it as the reward token for Ranking.Game and an integrated token across RZ platforms on BNB chain. The first thing I think stands out here is real utility inside the gaming ecosystem. MGC is not just sitting there waiting for price speculation. According to the official project materials, the token is tied to competitive ranking interactions, rewards, earning mechanisms, upgrades, boosts, cloud gaming integration, marketplace functions, and planned cross-platform integrations. On the official site, Ranking.Game is presented as a decentralized global ranking system where players earn MGC based on skill level, performance, and achievements, using what they call a rank-to-earn model. That is important because it means the ranking system is part of the token logic itself. In other words, rankings are not just cosmetic, they are directly connected to how users interact with the ecosystem and how value flows through it. The second big point is market stability and holder loyalty, because that is where the MGC story really tries to separate itself from other GameFi tokens. The core narrative around this project is not explosive hype. It is stability, loyalty, and organic growth. The project materials repeatedly emphasize disciplined holders, low selling pressure during dips, strong participation in platform utilities, and community behavior that supports long-term market stability. That is a very different angle from the average GameFi token, where volume can spike only because of speculation and then disappear just as fast. Here, the value proposition is that loyalty itself becomes part of the asset's strength because people are using the token inside the ecosystem instead of just flipping it on short-term momentum. That is also why the project keeps positioning MGC as a long-term asset in Web3 gaming rather than a short-lived narrative coin. And if we look at current market visibility, MGC clearly has active presence on CoinMarketCap, which matters for discovery, tracking, and credibility. At the time I am recording this, CoinMarketCap shows MGC around $4.68 with roughly $174,863 in 24-hour trading volume, and the same page shows that the token reached an all-time high of $9.55 on March 23rd, 2026. So yes, there has been a recent price surge that put MGC back on a lot of people's radar. CoinMarketCap also lists the token with a max supply of 100 billion MGC, while BSC Scan shows the official BEP20 contract and a holder count of more than 1.35 million addresses. That does not automatically guarantee anything, of course, but it does show that MGC is not operating in the shadows. It has on-chain visibility, a tracked market page, live trading data, and growing attention. Another important angle here is transparency and exchange accessibility. The official site publishes the contract address openly, and BSC Scan shows verified contract source code for the token. The site also points users to official references and verification pages, including CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, BSC Scan, and TradingView, which is good to see from a transparency point of view. On the accessibility side, the FAQ says MGC can be purchased through RZDEX, PancakeSwap, Trust Wallet, and other trusted decentralized exchange routes. So from a user perspective, this is not a token where you hear about it, but then struggle to find a clear path to track it, verify it, or access it. What also makes MGC interesting is its cross-platform readiness and its broader positioning in Web3 trends. The official site says the team is working to make MGC available across all platforms through strategic projects and partnerships, and the project brief says the token is mature enough for additional gaming integrations, liquidity expansions, and broader Web3 collaboration. The roadmap page also points to continued platform development, PlayWork redesign, cloud gaming support, token allocation planning, and token burn and lock procedures. So the future outlook here is not just one simple game loop. The project is trying to build a multi-layered ecosystem around gaming, rankings, cloud gaming, trading infrastructure, and future integrations. In a market where many Web3 gaming tokens still struggle to move beyond one narrow use case, that broader infrastructure angle matters. I also think the social and community side deserves attention because this project clearly wants to show that the ecosystem is bigger than just the token chart. The official site links directly to X, Telegram, Instagram, Reddit, and Medium. And there is also an official MetaGames Coin YouTube channel, plus the Ars Ecosystem YouTube channel where followers can track updates and ecosystem content. If you are researching MGC, I would not just check the chart, I would also check those community channels, because for a project that puts so much emphasis on loyalty, stability, and user-driven growth, the community behavior matters just as much as the price action. And yes, I want to explicitly mention both channels here. The official MetaGames Coin YouTube channel and the Ars Ecosystem YouTube channel are both worth following if you want project updates directly from the ecosystem side. So when I put all of this together, the reason MGC is getting attention is pretty clear. It combines utility inside the gaming ecosystem, ranking-based earning logic, visible market tracking on CoinMarketCap, live trading volume, verified smart contract transparency, accessible DEX routes, and a community narrative built around loyalty instead of short-term hype. That does not mean you should ignore risk, because every crypto project has risk, especially in GameFi. But it does mean MGC is trying to solve the biggest weakness in this sector, which is the gap between token price and real user activity. Here the pitch is that real activity inside Ranking.Game and the wider PlayWork ecosystem is what drives value, and that is a much stronger story than a token that only moves when marketing gets loud. My final take is simple. If you are looking at Web3 gaming and you want a project that is trying to build around utility, market stability, holder conviction, and future integration potential, MGC is one to watch. It already has CoinMarketCap presence, active trading data, a verified contract trail, a clear gaming use case, and a roadmap built around ecosystem expansion rather than pure speculation. So check the official website, read through the ecosystem, follow them on Telegram and X, and also subscribe to the MetaGames Coin YouTube channel and the Ars Ecosystem YouTube channel if you want direct updates. And as always, this is not financial advice, so do your own research before making any move.